Aí, ó. Pronto. Deixa eu ver se agora aparece a webcam. Aparece. Jogar. Pera aí, tá sem som. Não sei porquê. Não, eu abri configurações de som, mano. Não era isso que eu queria. Abri o mixer de volume. Fala, rapaziada, beleza? Uai, não abre essa bosta, não? Chorar, hein? Eu vou chorar, hein? Eu vou chorar, hein? Não tá abrindo. Agora abriu. Aí, ué. O trem demora demais, aí. Ah! Deixa eu ver como é que tá a live no celular aqui. É, tá no zero o trem. Deixa eu lembrar o que eu tenho que fazer. Ó, deixa eu ver. Fecha exclusa na quarta-feira. Ainda não é quarta-feira. É, prova sua autoridade. Se você adquirir a autoridade, não sei o que. Aí eu tenho que. Então seja uma investigação do crime. Estabeleça a autoridade, tá bom. Encontre rebite. Foda-se. Pesquise sobre o número na armadura da vítima. Você descobriu o número de série na botabilidade série. Pela entidade maligna. Plaisance diz que ela vive dentro da chaminé. Encontre um caminho lá pra dentro. Ué, eu já não fiz isso não. R$20 pra pagar pelo seu quarto no Elysium. Tá. Rastrei seu distintivo. Está pouco claro o que você deveria fazer pra procurar um minúsculo pedaço de plástico com um número tão grande quanto isso. Quem sabe você simplesmente tropece nele no futuro. Milagres acontecem. Quem colocou as roupas no lixo? Pergunta ao Kuno se ele sabe alguma coisa sobre as roupas do vítima no lixo. Eu já perguntei. Aí ele falou que foi ele que jogou. Ou alguém jogou, sabe? Questiono o Gart se ele sabe como as roupas da vítima foram parar no lixo. Lê seu fichário e deu nome ao caso. Isso eu posso fazer. Uma Joyce. Algo que ela quer te dizer. Você precisa apresentar essa distintiva a ela. Ah, entendi. Precisa do distintivo. Tá. Interage.
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence. The mention of mañana gets his attention. He smiles and delivers a whole slew of unfamiliar words and lively gestures. Then he falls silent again. He looks up at you, then looks away quickly. Shrugging is an international sign for, no, I don't know what's behind that door.
Ó. Deixa eu ver o que essa moça aqui quer comigo.
Hello, dear. I didn't notice you at first. Ô, mas meu jogo tá travando demais.
The tracks are as they have ever been, a bit more worn perhaps. Fortunately, the street sweeper still hasn't noticed their presence.
Pera aí. Meu jogo tá travando demais, eu não sei o que é. Acho que eu vou desligar a webcam. E aí, rapaziada, beleza? Aqui quem fala é o Thiago Polina e sejam bem-vindos para mais uma live de Disco Elysium. Vamos descobrir esse mistério. Porra, saudade dos youtubers, mano. Pô, era doido demais, mano. É feio, né, mano? Mas é doido, mano. Imagina. Foda-se. Pô. Fica abrindo um monte de coisa. Tá bom.
Maybe. Probably.
Pô, eu não sei chegar aqui, mano. Onde essa mulher tá? Vou chegar lá nela. Dá um jeito. Acho que é entrando pelaquela porta azul, né?
The door is closed. Still nothing. This door can only be opened with a key.
Ué, mas ué. Ó, tem um quarto aqui. Pô, eu não sei chegar lá não, mano. Será que eu consigo pegar minha gravata agora? Sai, pô. Mosquito.
This fan has two chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny...
Tá bom. Ó, porra. Deixa eu ver o sofá.
The bed is still cold.
Eu tô meio sem parâmetro do que fazer, sabe? Não sei direito o que fazer. Explorar. Se aproximando.
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man. What's on your mind?
Ease into it. Don't go too far. This seems like a personal matter.
Cool. We all want to know each other's woes and all. But people, man, they have slippery souls.
Just like that, he slips out of your reach. It is possible the yelling didn't help.
Pô, quer descer? Ah, tô preso. Pô, negócio que eu não lembro dos detalhes. Tava falando lá do
An old
desenho.
monument stands in the middle of the traffic island.
Eu já vi isso aqui. Tá falando, ó, pessoa que pode botar aí. Tem pra cá. Ah, não, achei que isso aqui era uma ponte.
The woman still has her eyes fixed on the photograph in her hands. In the background, the radio plays. No response. Wherever this woman is, your words fail to reach her.
Ô, mano. Que saco. Fica apertando o shift, tá?
Right to work! Right to work!
Deixa eu entrar aqui.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
No. You need tear to...
É chato.
You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles. The
Rouba uma
raincoats
capa
are
de chuva pra
transparent,
mim.
except for the big Fritta slogan on the back.
Here you go.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo.
Okay, here.
A colorful display of cigarettes and alcohol bottles line. The bottles wink at you in the light. The smokes too glitter in their wrapping. There, in that dark green glass, all in vain. The great flowing river of warmth, wine, alcohol, beer, alcohol, love, alcohol. The beauty, the truth.
I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health. But I guess you already know that. Huh? Speed. Like, speed. No, Frick doesn't do that. Here you go, mister.
Looking for something, Aunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again? Oh man, that's great. Look at God, man. Thanks for that, but
He doesn't live in Martinez.
Esse cara. Eu faço minha própria cabeça.
Hello, sir. How is the investigation going? Found any curses yet? That's very good to hear. You'll get to the bottom of this in no time, just like a detective in the stories. Oh, that's Auntie Billy. She's nice if a bit distressed. No, sir. She's a working woman who comes to look at the books a lot. I think she is a bad husband. Not very nice or helpful.
Abraça.
My husband? No, he's not. I don't know. At home now? Out drinking with his friends? Working? Yes, but I don't really need to know where my husband is. Not all. No. Why are we still talking about this?
It's got to be something else then. Why else would you be asking her if it wasn't?
Abraça.
You step in and close your arms around this foreign body, wandering astray in touch. There's a small movement beneath your hands as you shut your eyes. Then a tiny voice breaks out and asks,
What is happening?
She seems to be confused. Your hands are wrapped around her polyester coat. The fabric feels cold, moist from the sea nearby. She steps back and returns her attention to books, pretending this hug didn't happen. The woman before you nods and returns to her reading.
Ah, é, tá entrada aqui também.
Are you trying to sneak up on me?
Apparently, she doesn't like logic error.
Pig's come to take me out. Trying to snuff me out. Don't get fucking clever with me, pig. You think you're...
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here. Yeah, why? It's a wall. An ordinary wall. Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Falar que não faz tempo que eu não falo. Ué, cadê ela? Ah, não, tá aqui.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? Not an umbrella, I hope. I don't need one myself, you see. Very rugged. Good choice. Now, I suspect you had questions. Nothing like talking to pass a rainy day. Am I right? That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question. Better not tie the fourth day to the bat's day on this. I hope there is something else I can help you with.
Você está em barco.
You have? And how did you like Mr. Clare? Just? In what way? Of course. Some of them, at least. The ones who worked for him. How else would he have stayed in power all these years? Corruption. That's how he's done it. Fantastic, Verne-like corruption. Reaching into the bowels of the earth. Of course. I don't expect you to share anything he told you with me. I'm not a Verm myself. But if you felt like passing some information... How could I stop you? Are we not human? Are we not curious to hear another person's take? It's only natural. We would only be gossiping.
Intellectually speaking, it would be quite interesting to hear what she has to say about these things.
Oh. That's so helpful of him. So very, very helpful. And how is that going? Do you have any leads on that gun? Well, maybe he's not as helpful as you thought then. Is there anything else? Did you now? What sort of borscht is he making? I disagree. It sounds like a strike brew. And you made them more drunk? Aren't they corked enough already? Very curious. Very curious. What else? Of course, Detective. Should something come up later, down the road? Until then, is there anything I can help you with? Why, yes I am. Of course there are. We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around? Yes, we are. We are on Le Caillou.
Technically, the neighboring Ozone and Fas Alamer island groups are archipelagos, while La Caillou, by contrast, is a single fertile landmass, the fourth largest island in the world. It is not an archipelago.
I haven't seen anyone else drive a souped-up Capri Kenema motor carriage either.
She's referring to Lieutenant Kitsuragi's motor carriage.
No matter whose it is, a motor carriage is just a tool. You need it to do your job, as I do mine. It's just a means of getting where...
You need to make this lady admit she's only riding around on this boat because she's rich. Why what? Stop thinking. Take her down. You're not? Okay then. Just keep on admiring the boat then, unburdened by envy.
Of course there are. We're all... Yes, we are.
Technically, the neighboring Ozone and
I haven't seen...
She's referring to
No matter who's...
You need to make this lady, and before you do, it would be pertinent to ask other questions. Gather more info on this boat of hers.
The boat? No. It is called Cordelati 19 because that's the type of sloop it is. It's a pleasure craft, a 19 pacer. It also happens to be rated for Category 1 racing. Though my sloop, I like it a lot. It's the eel's hips, baby. Oh my, the E word. You mean to say that it's a symbol of conspicuous consumption? That I'm a member of the ruling class? Then what does that say? Does it say docking reserved for residents of Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A? 33A? This old proletarian haunt here? As I said, plenty of people drive boats, of all social strata.
Your synapses flesh.
You mean eel's hips? But point taken. I am a bourgeois woman, and this is my fast, light, interminably bourgeois boat. Officer, I assure you I'm a high...
The crowns of her teeth are porcelain, white as the qualified pleasure craft operator. So charming. Where's the damn license?
I just renewed its safety inspection last month, officer. It is completely seaworthy. In fact, it's taken part in not one, but two Insulindic regattas, and finished once. The other time, I would have finished the race were it not for an urgent work matter, much like the one I'm on now. Technically speaking, you don't. Then certainly you must know that under the Wayfarer Act, the RCM doesn't have the authority to demand anyone's operator license. Freedom of movement and all that.
The Wayfarer Act is one of the few pieces of legislation governing human interaction in the Revachol zone of control. It's one of the foundational laws in Revachol, designed to limit the authority of local institutions. Part of it prohibits the RCM from requesting most documents and licenses. It's a law that keeps Revachol what it is, in limbo.
You may still ask to see my passport. That I'm obliged to share with you. Of course.
The woman is silent, smiling while the waves lap against the hull. In your hand, under the plastic, a light blue passport saying, Republic of Vespa. The coat of arms has a lion and an ostrich. Seigent. The Republic of Vespa, formerly the Republic of Vespa Messina, was once a dual kingdom. An amicable parting of ways produced two constitutional monarchies. Vespa, the richer of the two, is an occidental nation known for its proximity to the Pale and its exotic financial derivatives. The woman, born in the year 3 in the commune of Revachol, smiles at you, face adorned with frown lines and crow's feet. The photo is recent. The name reads, Rejoice Leighton Messier.
Yes, but please don't call me that. Joyce is much more efficient. My husband is. I have dual citizenship. A Vespertine is handier when traveling.
She nods and and returns the plastic bag to her coat.
Good.
Give me a moment.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural? Ooh, not only have you found my address,
She does have eyes that seem to be smeared with coal.
does anyone in a city like this? It doesn't have to do anything at all. Nothing does. Like me. Right now, I'm doing nothing at all.
The inspiration will come to her once hell is set loose on the streets. It's
Shoot, Piggy. It's what you do, isn't it? What do I care about some fucking tin eggshells? Ugh, alright. Sad Piggy. I'll give you this one. I saw a little girl in the fishing village running around with military-grade handwear. Looked cute as hell. If you haven't been there, the village is a shithole down the coast from the main plaza. Have a good time! No. That's all the snitching Cindy the Skull does for today. Actually, I don't even know why I told you what I just told you. I have a weakness for animals. It's the animal thing again. Damn it.
Ah não, daqui que eu vim. Peguei aqui. Ah é. Tá bom, muito obrigado. Fecha a porta, fazendo um favor. Ah, aqui é o trem lá.
This door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. No one answers. Looks like he isn't home. You should come back later.
Ah, é.
Quando você não tá usando o ventilador, você tem que fazer assim, ó. Porque senão você vai ter que lavar o ventilador. Você usa.
Ah, ok.
This must be it. The basement door is weather-worn. The copper nails holding the upholstery in place have turned green from sea air. The leather upholstery is worn and rough against your jaw. You don't hear any movement. In fact, it's oddly silent in the yard around you. No birds chirp. You knock silently. The upholstery muffles the sound. No You're pretty. You try to be as silent as you can. It takes a bit of rattling of the handle to loosen the bolt. Finally, the door unlocks with a small clack. There might be important information in the apartment. Master Investigator, you just can't keep yourself away from locked and hidden places, can you? Attaboy, the world's secrets were made for you. They wait patiently. A row of mugs sits on the shelf. Each one depicts a human figure. A dark-skinned woman grinning amidst mysterious symbols. A broad-shouldered man shoveling potatoes. And a little ring. Though cheerful, the images on the ceramic make you... There's something disdainful in the way the curves and lines of the body. It looks like the artist is celebrating diversity. But underneath, he's just making fun of these people. You ain't gonna change someone's mind by calling them a bastard. Yes, your broken mug friend would feel very much at home here. The same humor. The owner of this collection could be dumping his trash in the Whirling's container. An interesting little clue. Let's see where this goes. Clues have a way of magically connecting to other clues. Who knows? Could be. But this clothes in the trash lead doesn't really seem like it's going anywhere. Still, good. You could ask Everard who this person is once you're done here.
Oh, essa camisa é doida, mano. É o quê? Usarei. Agora eu tô estiloso mesmo.
This is the flag of Revachol, the suzerainty. This isn't just one sun, but there are little suns dancing around the big sun. This is the sevenfold sun miracle. It's an optical atmospheric anomaly the first settlers saw. Happens in cold weather. 6 small suns around the big one. This complex halo phenomena is how old Revachol got its flag. The flag accepts your honorable salute. It's clear you like the hard stuff, Brota. Evening falls. The time has come to take. The vows of blood and flesh. Lower intestine. The term is metabolic and circulatory system. Fascism, Brota. You're going to keep your views, right? Keep your views, Brota. There's a slow, painful growl somewhere in your intestines, knocking on your alcohol engorged. It is one of betrayal. There, working class drunk. You know what this means, right? Cracked it. All in a good day's work. What do you mean, what did I crack? Look at how working class that drunk is. Yes, and you found him. Now go and tell the working class. Didn't she repeatedly tell you her husband isn't Misinda? There's no need for champagne when there's honor, recruit. Go and tell the working class woman what you found.
God damn it, I already told you. My husband isn't missing. And I specifically added that I didn't need to know where he was. Very well then. Where is he? Excuse me? I don't write, 'cause working class women come with alcoholic husbands. You know what?
Remember, about that what. Never ever say what.
You were right. I do have an alcoholic husband. Although not that one.
Ha, blam. Knew it.
I did, and he is. He's also an alcoholic. No, he's not. Or maybe he is, I don't know. He's probably in the park or in Shamrock somewhere, drinking with his friends. I haven't seen him for... Well, to hell with him.
She sighs, but you can detect a...
All right, go ahead. Do you have any questions? Honestly, not that different from you. Oh, thank God, no. It hasn't come down to this yet. Well, he's slightly chubby. What else? He was wearing a dark brown leather jacket with a bright blue inner lining. The lining is hand-sewn. I made it myself.
It's his cool jacket.
God knows it's too cold to run around in this, but he refuses to change.
Who cares about the cold when you have your cool jacket to wear? You can completely sympathize.
I even tried throwing it away once, but he just dug it out of the bin. Can you believe it? Well, what can you do? I hope that at least that extra lining helps him keep warm at night. I wouldn't like him to catch cold. Yesterday morning, he went to the library. He went to retrieve my book, and he promised he'd walk straight back home. Because we talked about this. We talked about not wandering off again. I don't know what to do. I honestly don't know what to do with his addiction. Just makes me feel weak.
Gone for around 36 hours then. Damn, this is a missing persons case. She turns away from you in an attempt to recover.
So you are going to look for him? Thank you. Please do. Even though I'm sure he will return home by himself. I'm still sure of that. No, absolutely not. Are you a policeman or a nanny? They are not missing, sir.
You know where they are. They're at home, smoking, giving the ladder of vices a chance.
What? That's just... My daughters are perfectly fine. They're with their friends down in Shamrock. There's nothing to worry about. They're almost grown up now anyway. They're past the age they need me protecting them from everything now. My youngest girl, Jolie, is just shy of 16. Jenny, she is turning 18 next month. But we shouldn't even be talking about them. Why do you need to know this? Haven't I repeatedly told you that they're not missing? That they're in Shamrock, safe and well, at some stupid party? There is no investigation here. I can tell you that.
Okay, it must be asked then. What are you doing here? Why are you pursuing this? Is it a hunch?
I don't mean to disrespect, sir, but you are being a bit of a cockatoo here. Nothing. Go read up on them if you're so interested. There's a great book.
Maybe you should. What if the cockatoo is your astral captain? Or your heraldic bird?
Please, let's do. Right. What about him?
She gives you.
Fuck does Kuno care? Fucking right, pig. Kuno's filling bathtubs with that shit. Kuno's a kingpin. Don't be yanking your shit in front of the Kuno. Kuno's always serious, always rolling.
Belying the act, he's actually telling the truth. Or at least 0.00001% of it. He has a little speed. He's just not giving it to you.
Kuno doesn't...
Sitting at a desk, Lieutenant Kitsuragi fiddles with a pen, then writes something on the paper in front of him. He shouldn't be doing that. He should be here discussing the footprints. An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite. It's nothing. Someone.
Mano, como é que eu chego aqui, cara? fazer pra chegar aí, velho?
The unpromising raised pupil returns. The man looks at you, silent.
You are not Santiago. Santiago is not you. Even the Frenica, I am not the first line of defense.
You pick up on something artificial in his tone, like he's putting on an act. This is unlike him. He is usually more himself.
The hardy manlets are on the pay of the company. I answer to the union alone. And I do this out of race heroism. Finance is an alien concept to the Seminoles. Now leave me be. I must luxuriate in the company of my woman. Fine. They have recently fallen under the influence of a possibly sexually perverted female vagrant. And find out for yourself, endomorphic blob.
Chega aqui em cima.
A rusting control panel with several knobs. The crane does not return to its original position. No screech of metal when you push. Before you stands a cargo container. Just one of the container door appears unmoved by your attempt at flattery. The door does not respond to your advances. Is it possible that it seems somehow more closed than before? No reply. The knock produces a hollow ring of metal. Doesn't sound like that. You attempt to turn the handle, to no avail. The doors seem to be mechanically locked. Why are you even trying to open a door with rhetoric? You've got to dance with the one that brought you, detective.
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. It's like Lady Larice said when she opened a bathhouse in the basement of my apartment building. They can only get so far before they're aching to get back. And no trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all. It's like that old...
Mr. Dubois, every worker is a god, right? What can I do for you today? My dear Harry, There are literally millions of containers in this harbor. I couldn't possibly remember what's in all. Harry, you smooth-talking son of a bitch. Time is a precious resource, and I don't have enough of it to count containers with you.
Smooth talking. Maybe that's the way to go about opening the container. You should at least try convincing it.
I'm very glad to hear that, Harry. One question. You didn't actually happen to stumble in and see what's inside the apartment, did you?
He's trying to figure out if you're lying.
You're right, Harry. You only had to unlock the door, which you did. So we're all good here.
He was testing you, and you succeeded.
Now let's get down to brass tacks. It's time for men like me and you to figure out who's killed who and why. Real police work is gonna start happening now. I promise you, Harry, this is gonna be good. By now, I'm sure you've figured out who the dead man was working for. The bad guys. Wild Pines. Sent to scare us. Another violent measure of the top hats against us flatcaps. Harry, this strike is the culmination of many, many mistakes made by the Wild Pines group. They tried to shut the strike down by sending in armed mercenaries. A security contractor? Can you imagine that? Workers standing in peaceful protest, united in the spirit of fellowship, and they send hired killers to mow us down with machine gun fire?
He performs a motion as if spraying bullets from a machine gun.
I'm talking beasts, hardened killers from proxy wars in Yisut, Semenine, Sadamoritsa, you name it, they've done it. Raping, killing, burning villages, killing little children for the Senorita Pineapple Company, Harry. Everything they did there, they brought over here. They want to turn Revachol into a third world slum. Honestly, the only thing they didn't do is kill the village elephant.
Peraí. Parei de prestar atenção.
No, Harry, the elephant is metaphorical and so is the village, but the mercs and their brutality are very real. Now, I haven't personally witnessed the brutalities out there. I have the luxury of staying in my container, you see. If I need to go somewhere, they just move my container. Yes, I'm an old man, Harry. My legs aren't what they used to be. They lift my office with that big crane. It's actually very fun. You should try it. But enough about me and my fun container. The killers the company hired, I think there were 3 of them, all hardened commando types. One of them got downright suicidal, getting drunk, violent, a little rapey. Even their own negotiator couldn't control him. That's your boy, the one who likes hanging out and trees. Harry, what you need to realize is, we dock workers are not pushovers. We got grit, Harry. This whole neighborhood does. Push us hard enough and we push back. And when we do, we push to kill. There's a militant wing inside the Union. A group of people whose duties don't involve manual labor, but peacekeeping in the neighborhood, making sure everything runs smoothly.
That sounds a bit like organized crime.
They're like you. Idealistic people who want to make sure that bad things don't happen. And if they already have, well, punishment must follow.
Again, that sounds like organized crime.
One day Titus Hardy, leader of this peacekeeping faction, comes up to me and says, "Boss, socialist democratic fervor drove us to take it upon ourselves to kill this beast that was burdening the land." He probably worded it differently, but that was the idea. Sure sounded to me like they killed him. I gave them 2 weeks paid leave and told them to lay low to avoid retaliation. Oh, I'm not at all worried about that. These are not the kind of men who get arrested. They're Martinez boys, tough and gritty. I'd like to see the man who takes them in. Besides, I sent my lawyer girl to look after them.
He places a lot of faith in that lawyer girl. Perhaps this is a tactical error. Anyway.
How do I know? Let me tell you about these people. That's their MO. It's what they do. Last winter, some poor workers in Terminal E went on a little strike. The company sent in Sediment, a security contractor. The strike was over the workers' right to wear protective footwear, Harry. These guys turn up and start beating people. You said it, Harry.
That does sound quite
Was it a good... I don't know what... Yes, Harry.
A man of the he's been hurt too much in the past by men who aren't social democrats.
You're saying it, but I don't believe. Once again, I require nothing unethical or perfectly accept. But the good news is that